Okay, now the second thing is that we are also going to create the other views like 7, 6, 8. Okay, so you can see we have now the problem. We can create 8 columns and you can see it is showing the 780 width. So the problem is, I think you need to get different sizes perfectly. Let's move to this calculator and see what calculations we can have for the other grid systems. So if I try to have 8 columns over here, I can have 16, 18, 24. Okay, so 16 and 20, 32, they are common in both of these, I guess. If I go to 1280 and 12, let's see, I have 16. Okay, so 16 column gutter size is common in all of them, so I think we can stick with this one. Also, if I go to 4 and 400 and go to this 4, let's see, we have 16 again. So I think 16 gutter width is common in all my sizes. Also, if just let's try this one. Okay, so even if I use the iPhone width, which is 320 pixels, I still have 16 pixel as my gutter width in all the 3 combinations I have tried. So if I go to 960, let's see. Okay, so even in 960 we have 16, 24, and let's see if we have 24 in, sorry, let's go to the, okay, so we have 28 over here. So if I go to 16, we have 16 and 32. Okay, so I think let's go to use 1200 and use 12 pixels so we can see how many combinations. Because so okay, so if we use 1200 grid size, width size, and with 12 columns, the common gutter width is 24. So if I shift to 7, 6, 8 and 8 columns, I still have 24, which is pretty neat. And if I go to 400 and 4 columns, I still have 24. Okay, so 24 I think is the winner. And also you can go with 1200 pixels. If I, let's see, if I go with 1240 and 12 columns, 48, let's see. Okay, so if I also we can also use something like this, 64, no, it's 48, and then we can have no, I think it's okay. So we can use 1200 grid system with 12 columns, and I think we can download the PNG from here. It can create a very nice PNG. So it's up to you. You can use 1200 or 1280 or 1400. It's up to you. You can also use 1400 if you want. You can see now it has shifted to 28, but 16 is common in all of them. Okay, so it's up to you. Whatever you decide, make sure your gutter width is similar, but I think you can use any gutter width. That's not a problem. If you have smaller mobile design, you can change the gutter width. Okay, now the reason why I'm trying to find a common gutter width is that I think it can create some problem for your developers, but I think it is possible in grid system for that. You can use different column gutter widths, but I think if you try to run your developer into these problems, I think in Bootstrap that the developers can change the gutter width and gutter size for different devices or different layouts like small or maybe large or medium devices. So don't worry much about it. If we really need to change the gutter width, we will change it. So right now we don't need to worry about how it is going to be implemented in your real situation or real coding. Okay, but keep in mind that I think it's better that you use something common where we have the same gutter width in all your designs with various column sizes. Okay, number of columns. So this ends up my grid calculations and making grids and creating vertical rhythm for your design. In the next lesson we are going to start designing something, and set up this everything according to my plan. So let's move on to the next lesson.